guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Audi of Wesley Chapel in Wesley Chapel, Florida, of course, and we have the biggest. If you need some space and you need three-row capability, this is your go-to if you're coming here to Audi of Wesley Chapel. This is a 2019 Audi Q7. So let's talk a little bit about Audi history. Audi's been around since the 1930s. You know, ever since that big, huge SUV craze, Audi had to do something to really create a lineup to fit everyone's needs. And it really stretches the whole spectrum from the Q3 all the way up to the Q7. Now, when you hear Q8, remember the Q8 is a little bit smaller actually than the Q7. This is that three-row capability. Let's go ahead though. There's gonna be some interesting things about this one, especially supercharged power. So let's dive into this 2019 Audi Q7. Off the bat, when you look at it, you know it's an Audi. Very specific styling, LED headlight design. I wish it was a little bit more blacked out. There's a little bit too much shiny stuff going on inside, but it does fit the part of a larger SUV. As you work your way down, I like the way they have functional venting going on, and it's flat black. Little bit of silver, and that's gonna help tie in this whole front fascia. Now, as we come across the front, there's our Audi open mouth grille, the company that really brought this design to the forefront. We have our Auto Union badge. This represents each of the 4 German car manufacturers that formed together during the World Depression so that they wouldn't go under. Very iconic, our Quattro badge, that Italian word for, this of course has all-wheel drive, which Audi did such an amazing job in the World Rally Championship developing that all-wheel drive Quattro system. I like the silver on the lower lip spoiler down here, all integrated silver trim on the grille as well with the flat black. I'm really digging how there's no gloss black on the front of this vehicle. It really looks rugged, it really looks purposeful. Now when we get up onto the hood, you can see how they take the body lines from the grille, bring it into the hood. Very simple, but very precise. And that's really what German styling is all about. It's this simplicity that has such precision that really is hard to mimic with anybody else. Now, when we go into the fender treatment, nice gloss black, that beautiful metallic black all around the fender treatment. Wheel design. So what you're looking at is a flat silver wheel, goes well with the grille. This is a 21-inch wheel, so 21 inches in diameter. Massive calipers, even though this isn't an S version or anything like that. Massive calipers. You got your 2-piece rotor. That's all that technology and engineering that Audi picks up on their race cars. They bring it even to their SUVs because their SUVs can perform. As we go down the side, really nice touches going on. You got the gloss black on the mirrors, same metallic as what's going on the mirrors with the slim and trim LED lights. I think they did a great job keeping all the silver flat. Flat silver around the window treatment, and I really think it was smart to bring this body line and put the silver treatment down there. Really gives it a nice breakup of the colors, especially black, because when you look at a black vehicle or a darker color vehicle, it kind of hides the lines, and I think that helps accentuate the lines. A little bit of gloss black on the pillars here. As we work our way to the rear, nice size quarter window. That's gonna bring in some nice light for those passengers in that third row. Coming out back, I just want time to kind of swing around and show you how the fender is flared out just a little bit. Nice body lines like that. And then when we get to the rear of the vehicle, nothing too outrageous going on here. You have a nice low roof spoiler coming off the back. When you drop down, you'll see that we have actual functional exhaust. So this vacuum style is attached to an actual pipe. That is good to see because a lot of other brands are going to fake exhaust. So it's nice to see, and I like the way it's blacked out. Not really keen on the style of it. I'm not really into the vacuum cleaners setup, but I do like the way they're blacked out. That flat silver, of course you're gonna have your tow capability with all your hookup and everything, but very sleek, very German out back. Let's go ahead, pop the hood and see that supercharged engine. All right guys, we have the hood pop. The only problem is, if you're hoping to see a supercharged engine, you're not. You're seeing a piece of plastic the size of an aircraft carrier. I do like the Audi emblem on it, but what you're looking at underneath all that plastic is a 3-liter supercharged V6, 333 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and of course going to that Quattro all-wheel drive system. 0 to 60, 5.5 seconds, MPGs, 19 in the city, 25 on the highway. Guess what? The big news is you could tow up to 7,700 pounds with this Audi Q7. So I think, like I said, the engine cover is a little bit of a turnoff, but definitely performance-wise, you're really doing the business. And if you need that towing capability and you want to do it in this beautiful wrapped SUV, you can get it done, 7,700 pounds. But why don't we go ahead, fire it up, see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Audi Q7. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, I like Audis. I like this one. I need 3-row capability. How much is it? MSRP, the way that this one sits, is around $73,800. Let's see what you get to the door panels. What I like what Audi does is that there's a lot of dark material, but they really spruce it up a lot. I'm really digging the nice soft material at the top of the door panel, the armrest. You have your Bose speaker cover down there with a little bit of silver, and then there's some gloss black and some wood treatment, which really kind of adds some exquisite touches and that silver brushed aluminum trim to it. Now, as you come in, it brings in the black, it brings in the wood, soft material both on the top, and you can see the Quattro badging there. I also like the AC vent design. Starts over here and then it goes all the way to the passenger side. All one continuous design, very sharply done. Infotainment system. Guess what? This screen actually drops down when you shut off the car. So there goes the screen. I'm going to start her back up. There's our infotainment screen. Very nice features. Let me go ahead and go through some of the features on that system. So you use your directional dial and you could go into all different settings. So we could go into vehicle. Right now I have it in dynamic. If you want to do comfort, that's going to adjust all the different parameters, the operating parameters of the car. I'm going to keep it in dynamic for when we take it for a drive. As we drop down, I really like the simplicity of the controls, and then especially the AC. Nicely set up, dual climate, heated seats and ventilated seats, and I really like the nice toggle switches. Look at how it's all through touch. Very nicely done. That's Audi. We got tasteful covers. We slide that open. You have a 12 volt in there. Nice little cubby. It closes up. 2 cup holders. I'm zonking this though. There needs to be a cover over this. I don't like the way that's just exposed and it's flat. You have this touchpad here to go through your infotainment, or you could use a directional dial, which is really nice. This is going to be controlling that 8-speed automatic transmission, volume knob, more wood, more gloss black, electric e-brake. You got a great cubby here. Here's something cool. So you could extend it for a passenger, or you can extend it for yourself, or you can extend it for both. That's very nice to kind of tailor the seating position. You open it up, wireless charging, USB galore, auxiliary jack, and some felt lining, so where you could put like your gold earrings and pearls and all that so they don't get scratched up. Seats. Simplistic, but they work. I love the perforated design. The leather is so nice and soft to touch. And of course, with full electric assist, you're gonna be able to tailor fit it to your body type perfectly. You have a nice size panoramic sunroof that goes all the way back. Very nice to let in the Florida sun rays. And then overall driving position, I got plenty of headroom in here. 6 feet tall, I'm good to go. Why don't you come on over to the business end? I'll show you this virtual cockpit that's gonna blow your mind. All right, guys, business end, behind the wheel of this Audi. What I love about Audis is no matter which one you get into, I love the steering wheel. But before we get to that, here's your seat controls. You got 2 memory settings, which is nice to have. And then like I was just gawking about, this steering wheel, love the shape, love the thickness. Very attractive looking wheel, brushed aluminum look going on here. You got your thumb controllers for your wheels, and then Audi is probably doing one of the best digital displays. That's their virtual cockpit. You can see all nicely lit up. You have your navigation in the center. You also have your tach and your speedometer, and then the fuel gauge and the coolant gauge, and you can scroll through all sorts of information. You see how I'm able to zoom in and all that kind of stuff. Let me get out of this and see how you make it larger. Just nice touches like that that really so easy to use and such a pleasure to be in. That really is the key, is when you're driving, you want to be able to get to those features. Now you do have paddles on the back of the steering wheel, very small, and they're just a hard plastic. I wish they could have done something a little fancier, so that is a zonk for me. But the nice frameless mirror, I wish all cars came with these, and I'm glad that they went with a lighter headliner color, just kind of brighten up everything in here. But why don't we get to that mid-row and see how your mid-row passengers are gonna be feeling. All right, guys, mid-row time in the Q7. I really like the seating position in here. Lots of headroom, seats are comfortable. What's really nice is that overall, I think that it's perfect the way your legs are bent. Now this seat back is a little, you know, on the far back setting. It can and will go forward, and you'll even have more room. I like the little command center here. 2 AC vents, you got your controls very nice, and 2 12 volts. I would like to see a USB though. I think that would be better than the 12 volts. And I know you could buy an adapter, but listen, you're in a $73,000 Audi. You should have some USB. These are heated seats, but not ventilated. Same great material. You do have a nice folding armrest that comes down with some papers that somebody hid. Open that up, the world's smallest cup holders. Don't expect a super big gulp back here. You got little espresso size drinks that you can put. Folds back up. But why don't we get to probably the most important part? Let's try out that third row. All right, guys, time for 6-Foot Joe Rady from Rady's Rides to get into that third row. With the lever to actually recline the seats, that's how you're gonna get in the back. So you actually put it down, and then there's a little handle here where it says push. You wanna follow directions, push it. And then you're going to raise it up just like that. Now, the only thing I'm gonna zonk here is this is tight. This is a tight spot. Second thing is I wish that this plastic went up onto the carpeted area, because it's gonna get torn up as your kids get in and out of this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze back here. Wish me luck. Ugh. All right, so yeah, this is tight. This is a tight 3-row. Obviously, these seats are gonna move up a little bit, but still, you're not gonna wanna be a 6-foot person sitting back here. I'm a little crunched over because of the lack of headroom for somebody my size. This is really meant for your kids. So a lot of times, you know, they kind of want to probably be away from you as far as they can. They can sit back here and let the bigger people sit in the mid row, and definitely the big people get to sit up front. But just ease of use, that's a zonk. And the amount of space, that's a zonk. No AC vents back here, that's a zonk. And just for a good measure, no USB as well. So we're doing like a quadruple zonk back here. But let's go ahead and check out the cargo area and see if the Q7 can redeem itself. All right, guys, that cargo area, of course, it's gonna be electric assist, quicker. I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of these all-weather floor mats to give you an idea of what we're working with room-wise. What you're gonna do is you're gonna feature your eyes on these buttons, and we're gonna go ahead and press them. So we press them, and it's all electric assist with the seats going down. That's gonna be one side. Let me go ahead and fold the other. Just so you know, very tight, the amount of room back here with the seats up. So a lot of times, if you don't need the seats up, you're probably gonna want the seats down. You can see the amount of room that you get. And then of course, the seats in that mid row are gonna fold down as well. 60-40 split if you need to, or just all the way down to give you maximum space. But why don't we get to the best part? I'm gonna throw these floor mats back in. Let's take this for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2019 Audi Q7. This is their largest SUV, that 3-row SUV. Even though that third row is a little on the tight side, I'm telling you, as soon as I pulled out of Audi at Wesley Chapel, you could tell exactly just how smooth of a vehicle this is. That supercharged engine, building the power, building the boost, really gives it such linear power delivery, which is really, really nice. Something that's a little different than a turbo setup. Like I pointed out earlier, steering, I love the steering wheel on these things. The feedback is great. I have it in dynamic mode, which, remember, these different drive modes is adjusting all the different operating parameters. We have that infotainment screen that pops up with our navigation. You can put it on the virtual cockpit. One thing that I am noticing, these beautiful switches here in the brushed aluminum, they are kind of blinding me right now. There's a sun is like hitting right there, and it's going right into my eyes. And that's my only gripe really with a lot of this gloss wood and gloss black finish, is that it just creates a lot of glare. But visibility out the front is great. The hood kind of, you see a little bit of it, but then it curves down, which is really wonderful. And with that quattro system, that all-wheel drive, you are planted to the asphalt, which is really great. I think another thing that I absolutely love about Audis is that no matter which one you're driving, the feedback to the wheel is really, really nice. So really good steering feedback. We're coming up to our first roundabout. I'm gonna go ahead and get on throttle, on the brakes. Great feedback, look at this. Remember, we're in the Q7. This is their largest SUV in their lineup, and we're able to go through that roundabout with ease. On the brakes, really nice. Looking good. Tab of the brakes, hold the line. Staying in the lane. Very, very nice. Now on the way back, I'm gonna take a little bit more of a racing line than what I'm doing right now. We are in an area where these roads are paved, but actually nobody lives out here, which is really wonderful, if you can believe that. But the Audi system, that Quattro system, really grabs that pavement. You are planted in this thing, and this is not a lightweight by any means, that's for sure. All right, guys, I want to do an acceleration. Remember, 0 to 60 in less than 6 seconds. Here we go, throttle down, power goes down to all 4 wheels at 8-speed automatic, very fast shifts, very nicely done. Coming up to our first roundabout. On the brakes, really nice. Look at this, really nice. Around the bend, nice. That Quattro system doing the business. And I'm in a full 3-row SUV. On the brakes, really nice. Look at this. And it's very quiet inside the cabin. Decent amount of noise coming from the engine and the exhaust and whatnot. Really feels good though. Look at this. Really feels nice. Now you can shift using the paddles. Like I said, they are on the smaller side. Let me go ahead and just do one more go around using the paddles to show you how it shifts and whatnot. All right, guys, I'm going to use the paddles. It tells you what gear that you're in, which is really nice. 3rd gear. On the brakes. Downshift. Coming around. What's really wonderful is you're able to be right in that gear that you want to give you maximum thrust off of the corner. Really nice. Really nice. Look at that. This car is so smooth. That supercharged power. Very nicely done. And that's what you're gonna get in an Audi, is you're getting a brand that has done the business on racetracks around the world, multiple 24-hour Le Mans wins. And then the great part is as you're doing your daily drive and picking up the kids and whatnot, then you're able to just go about your business. And you're in a very comfortable car, very secure, very safe. All right, guys, you know, like I was saying, the car is very comfortable. Everything is in perfect reach. And the great news is that if you don't want to be in dynamic mode, which is what we're in, where the steering is heavier and the parameters are a little bit more on the sporty side, you could easily go into your drive select right there, and we could put it right into comfort and ride it right home. Nice, comfortable, cool as a cucumber. But we're gonna go ahead, hopefully that gave you a little bit of everything. We showed how nice and luxurious the Q7 is, how comfortable it is, but we also showed the driving dynamics of it. And I know a lot of you guys and girls out there appreciate that, but we're gonna get back to Audi at Wesley Chapel and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another magical, wonderful day here at Audi at Wesley Chapel. I definitely gotta thank Mike and Adam for getting these Audis together for us so that we could bring them to you on Rady's Rides. If these are the types of things that you want to keep seeing on the channel, leave a comment in that comment section. If you are new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it out to Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner, getting this big guns of a Q7 on film. Check them out on Instagram at Mosh Photos. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.